Ladies and gentlemen, today is another day, and I want us to think around. That is my email. If you want to contact me, and you can also subscribe to Real Talks, and you will be blessed. So today I want us to think about Kenyan electoral college. Like let's assume Kenya had an electoral college. How would it be? So Kenya Electoral College, all electoral vote. So that is what I want us to think about today, and it will be nice to think together. So for me to be able to, for me, so that I was able to come up with an electoral college for Kenya, I considered the number of constituencies, number of people, area, that is the population density, that is the number of people in a kilometer square, economy, diversity. There are so many things which I have considered so that I can be able to develop the electoral college for Kenya. And that is what I wanted to display here, to discuss with you here. And maybe you can give me a feeling about it. Naturally, electoral colleges are, or where it is used, like for example in America, it is making sure that the person who is properly wins proportionally in all diverse areas is able to become the president. And it is the best way in which minorities are able to govern, especially in the US. So it's a way in which voters are able to decide their president both from popular vote and from electoral college. And most of the time, you realize like the electoral college becomes pivotal. So it's not a must that when you win the popular vote, you win the presidency. So to be able to come up, like in the US, they have 538 electoral colleges, which are distributed within the states. They have the states where when you win one state, you take all the electoral colleges of that state. So for me to be able to work on the Kenyan issue, I decided to make sure that the winner takes all. So if you win a certain county, you take all the electoral votes of that county. So I will begin by displaying my displaying my the map, which is showing electoral college. So I think I have discussed the rationale of how the electoral colleges have determined. So I've used the economy, diversity, um, population density, and a number of things. So you can also contact me if you want to know how I've calculated it. So there are some counties which have a very huge number of electoral colleges, and there are some which have just one or very few. And the county with the most electoral college is Nairobi. So like what I'm doing here is just for demonstration purposes. So I'm pre-assuming we are having two major coalitions, Azimio and Kenya Kwanza. And the way I have built my electoral vote or electoral college, I have considered we have 90 electoral college in Kenya to fight for. So any presidential candidate who is going to get 46 electoral votes, he becomes the president. So maybe just for a small demonstration, I want to show some of the counties which have more than one electoral vote. So go with me, like, so I can take like, for example, I can take any color, I can take either Azimio or Kenya Kwanza, no problem about that. So like, for example, if I take like, this one is to confirm the electoral colleges, first of all. So that is like Nairobi. Nairobi is a huge one. It has 8 electoral votes. I can remove it. For example, you can also want to know the amount of electoral colleges in Mombasa. That is Mombasa. Mombasa has 6 electoral votes. So That's what I've done. Then let's say you want to know Kiambu, for example. Kiambu has how many electoral votes? Kiambu is usually just above Nairobi. That is Kiambu. Kiambu has 6. So what I've done is Nairobi has 8 electoral votes. Then I have the major cities, and those major cities or major towns, we have 3 of them. That is Kiambu, Mombasa, and Nakuru. Those ones have 6 electoral votes each. Then I have some other also major towns, although there is also a city there, Kisumu. So there is Kakamega and Kisumu, which have each 4 electoral votes. Then I have some other big towns also, which have 3. That is Meru and Kisii. Then I also have some towns or some counties which have 2. That is Nandi, Uasin Gishu, Machakos, and Nyeri. Then all the other counties have 1, especially the ones which are a little bit marginalized. Maybe I can demonstrate all the ones which have 1. For example, Mandera has 1. This is Tana River. Tana River has 1. So all those counties which are a bit marginalized and few people, they have 1 electoral vote each. So, and when people when we are doing our election, there is whereby the way the counties are connected to each other, you realize that even if somehow we also do tribal voting, but also there is a tendency of a candidate getting votes on connected counties which are connecting to each other. You realize that there is that wave of politics which goes along. So electoral college will be very important to make sure that the candidate who wins the election he is popular, and he has also representative in also major towns or major cities. So let's consider the Azimio candidate, like the way we voted in August 2022. Let us assume the Azimio candidate will win Mombasa and Nairobi. So if he wins Mombasa and Nairobi, but sometimes also Mombasa, Nairobi can, you will not win it with a very high percentage. It must, most of the time, it will lean Azimio. So let's say Nairobi leans Azimio. So that is Nairobi. So you win electoral votes, but it's not a deep blue. It's lean Azimio. So then you can see from Nairobi, Azimio has gotten 8 electoral votes. Then we have Mombasa, where they have gotten 6. So when Azimio wins Nairobi and Mombasa, Kenya Kwanza must have to win bigger counties which have bigger electoral votes. And which counties are those? The ones which have designed, which have bigger electoral votes. We have Kiambu. So I can go to Kenya Kwanza here. So I have Kiambu. So you win Kiambu deep with 6 electoral votes there, equivalent to what you got in Mombasa. And you also need to win in Nakuru. So Nakuru is also a huge electoral vote, and you also win Nakuru there. Nakuru is also 6. So you can win now. You can now see Kenya Kwanza and Azimio. They are at around 14-12 after those 4 heavy counties. We are moving forward. You also need to realize that Kisumu is also a huge county in terms of electoral votes. So Kisumu is 4 electoral votes. So, sorry, Kisumu is, let's give Azimio. So the 4 electoral votes for Kisumu, that is, we give Azimio. Then we still need to continue. Kenya Kwanza will win much of the counties which are neighboring Kiambu and going upward from Nakuru. So, and most of those counties, they have either 2 electoral votes, 1 electoral vote, or 3. Meru is the one which has 3 electoral votes. This is Meru here. So Meru has 3 electoral votes. Kenya Kwanza has 1 Meru. Then Kenya Kwanza will win Embu. They win Embu there. Embu has 1 electoral vote. They will win Kirinyaga, 1 electoral vote. There is Muranga here. Muranga has 2 electoral votes. Then there is Nyeri, 2 electoral votes also. And then much of the counties here, like Nyandaro will be 1, and all the other neighboring counties here, they will all be 1 electoral vote. Then from there, Kenya Kwanza will win Uasin Gishu with they will win Uasin Gishu with the 2 electoral votes, and they will also win Nandi with 2 electoral votes, and they will also win other neighboring counties. We can consider West Pokot and Trans Nzoia will go to them, so they take West Pokot. Maybe West Pokot is lean Kenya Kwanza. Then we have also other counties which are neighboring there, which Kenya Kwanza will also take. Then from there, we have Azimio. Azimio will take all the counties, mostly in the coast. So all those counties in the coast, most of them which have 1 electoral college, and also in the northeastern, we can give them to Azimio, including Machakos, which neighbors Nairobi and has 2 electoral votes. We can give Azimio that. That is Makueni and Kitui there. We can also give Azimio. Then there is Narok and Kajiado here. Narok and Kajiado, they can lean Kenya Kwanza. So Narok and Kajiado, they each have 1, so they can lean Kenya Kwanza, and so they can lean Kenya Kwanza. Then we now turn to counties in Western and Nyanza, which most of them will lean as. So there is Migori. Migori will lean Azimio. Kisii has 3 electoral votes. Kisii will also lean Azimio. Nyamira will also lean Azimio. And then these other counties here, which are near Nakuru, those ones will lean Kenya Kwanza. So these ones become Kenya Kwanza. These ones become Kenya Kwanza. Remember, you need to win 90/2+1 to win the electoral vote. So far there is no any presidency who has scored 46. Right now we have Azimio at 34 and Kenya Kwanza at 35. So we continue with Azimio. So Azimio will win Homa Bay. Azimio will also they will also win Busia there. Then from there, we also have these neighboring counties here in Nyanza. So Azimio is expected to win them. So this one is Kakamega. They will also win Kakamega. They will also win Vihiga here. And Bungoma, we can give it to Kenya Kwanza for now, but it will lean Kenya Kwanza. So just lean Kenya Kwanza like that. So right now, you can see Azimio has won the Electoral College, and they have won Electoral College Yeah, mostly because of winning some of the pivotal counties. So based on that, Azimio has won the electoral college by 46 to Kenya Kwanza 37. So it means all the other remaining counties, they don't have much effect to the presidential election. So let's we still have 7 two sub counties which have not been decided for. So Kenya Kwanza uh, will win Turkana, they win Marsabit. There is Samburu here, they win Samburu, and there is Isiolo here, they also win Isiolo there. Then there is Mandera, they also win Mandera, and Azimio to win Wajir here. So we are only remaining with one toss-up. We are remaining with one toss-up here, which has been won by Kenya Kwanza, and the presidential election has been determined by electoral college, where Azimio has won by 47 and Kenya Kwanza has won by 43. So what will be which counties do you think or the ones which I think they would form the greater electoral college, so that now if they become toss-up, any coalition would win the electoral college. Those counties we can consider them like the ones which are a bit diverse. So, and those counties will include Nairobi. So, like for example, if Kenya Kwanza has to win Nairobi in electoral college, so it means you will need to turn Nairobi red, so for Kenya Kwanza, and once you turn Nairobi red for Kenya Kwanza, they win the presidency. That is you if Kenya Kwanza wins Nairobi, they win presidency. Or if they don't win Nairobi, they win Mombasa. So they win Mombasa here. If Kenya Kwanza wins Mombasa there, they also win presidency with 49-41. So this is a representation of how, as Kenyans, we can be able to implement the electoral college. And I feel it's a wonderful way of how a country can be able to apply all the limiting principles which people don't think that they matter in politics. So based on that, you will be able to campaign everywhere and you will be able to be solving issues everywhere, so that you can be able to help your country. So based on that, actually, I have demonstrated to you how the electoral college can work in Kenya, because actually the electoral college, like in America, is quite effective, and they are able to have presidencies who can alternate from different political parties, and every time different regions become presidential determinants at all time. So this is a typical case of how, as in Kenya, we can be able to implement the electoral college. Again, 90 electoral votes, 46 to win the presidency. I appreciate for your reasoning, and I'm really happy to have demonstrated this. Thank you, and let us meet in the next video. Thank you. You can contact me on my email, converse and transform at gmail.com, and we discuss more. Till another day, thank you.